we look at goalkeepers sometimes and their saves are the mistakes. Is it one that you're angry with that put you on the back foot?
I think you're always angry when you lose goals, but I think for the way we want to play and what we're good at doing, I don't think it was a terrible decision or loses his foot and it's a slip. And we obviously gift Celtic a goal because that's what it was a gift, but it's not through them doing something that they're not being asked to do. I take responsibility for that as well because of how we play. Frustration probably comes with that, then you give Celtic a 2-goal start, which was in a real quick succession after a real positive start in my opinion. I thought we started the game really well for what I asked the players to do pre-match, about being aggressive, being on the front foot. I certainly seen that, created the best chance of the game. The lesson there, you probably need to take the chances, they don't come as often, especially against teams like Celtic, that you need to make sure you take them. And then obviously find yourself 2-0 down. And then to that, from that point, I think we needed half time. Though Celtic were in an ascendancy, we got spooked a little bit by that. But then in the second half, I thought it was a good reaction again. So when I strip it back, I obviously hate losing games of football, I'll never accept that. But I certainly seen the reaction from Tuesday night at the start of the game. And then I seen the reaction in the second half. Once we got the goal, there was only one team going to go and score the next one, I thought we definitely deserved to get something out of the game, and apart from a 2-minute period within the game, and then the one obviously that we posted outside the post, that was probably our chance in the game. I think we restricted Celtic to very little. I mean, we had big chances in the game and didn't take them. So the frustration's certainly there because I think we deserved to get something for the game.
Do you think Kobe Donovan maybe was lucky just to get a yellow?
I've not seen it back, to be honest, so I don't really want to comment on that. I never thought about it. Now that you're saying it, I don't think at the time anything other than yellow card. I thought it was a yellow for what it was, but I've not seen it back, so I don't really think it's right to comment on it.
David, you think you had on the ropes there, second half, as you say, it looked like you were the good score the fourth goal of the game?
I think on the ropes is maybe something, I wouldn't use that term. I would say it wasn't as if they were making save after save after save, but I did feel that there was one team that was in the ascendancy that was pushing to try and get back into the game, and we created a couple of big chances within that moment as well. Chris Cadden's chance is a huge chance. We just didn't manage to get that second goal. I think if it did go 2-2, then I think we were in the ascendancy, and I believe we could maybe potentially then really push on for the last 10 minutes after that.
Joe Neill's return today playing wise is a bigger positive than any you could have hoped.
Yeah, it's positive for Joe. He's been working ever so hard to try and get back into squads and get back in. From a training point of view, he's been on the bench the last couple of games and not put him on. I thought today when he came on he was good. He showed what he was, that leader driving the game. I thought all the subs came on and made a positive impact. That's what they're asked to do. And I think when I reflect on everybody, it wasn't as if there was any individuals that very different way to lose a game of football today than it was on Tuesday night, and I think that's something that from a reaction, and once emotion comes out of the game today, that we need to keep moving forward, push Celtic right to the very end today, and I felt deserved to get something for the game, so we need to keep moving forward. Yeah, he felt I think it's his calf a little bit. He felt something, and the fact he didn't play on it, hopefully is a positive. He just says he felt a bit of a twinge at that time, and he didn't want to push it any further, which is hopefully a sensible thing to do. But it's far too early to decide or know exactly what the outcome of that one is yet.
Was Jordan a bit struggling as well? He came off, or was that tactical?
A bit of both. He also got booked as well, so we're in that. When you're in that stage of the game with 15 minutes to go, and it was half an hour to go, trying to be on the front foot and being aggressive. And if you're on a yellow, the way we wanted to try and press and jump, probably restricted him a wee bit on that front, and then opportunity to change it. He seems a bit tight, but nothing significant, I don't think. It was more a tactical one, more than anything else. Probably made my decision a wee bit easier, maybe, let's just say, but certainly not hopefully not anything significant.
Thanks, David.
Excellent.
Cheers, everyone.
Huge victory in terms of context of the season.
Yeah, of course. I think you always sort of target these games as ones that you want to win. Will be competitive games, so if you can come through them and be strong, win the game, really gives you confidence. So off the back of what was a really difficult week, 3 wins, and the team are in good momentum, in a good place, players are playing well, and obviously winning games.
It's a tough enough place to cover the best of things, but we've got that big high Thursday night. It's not easy to get down to earth again, is it?
Yeah. Quite often we sort of come here on the back of like a European game, so we've always sort of struggled to get to grips with the start of the game, but it was a wee bit similar today actually with the first sort of 5 minutes of the game. You know they're going to come, but it just takes you a wee while to get going in the game. But once we got to grips with it, we started playing our football. I thought we played really well in the first half. If we score 3 before half time, the game's done at that point, and then the momentum of the game will change at some point, and you got to dig in and see the game out, which is exactly what we did. So 2 different facets of the game, really good with the ball in the first half, and then defensive display was excellent in the second half.
What's your thoughts on the interim boss in again for another game?
Yeah, obviously he'll take the game on Wednesday evening. So listen, we just keep playing football until something tells us otherwise. He's done amazing. Him and Sean and Foz, Gav and Nick have done amazing. Brought really big energy to the team, and you're winning games. So ultimately everything's okay. So yeah, like you say, we'll take the game on Wednesday. We'll recover. We'll try to win that game as well, and then we'll see what happens.
What's it like for you as a captain with him constantly in there? What's he got that you've probably heard about before, but he's displaying it game in, game out now?
Yeah, I think he knows the club inside out. He knows the fabric of the club, the building. He knows how to treat people with the little nuances that you really need. He's an outstanding manager and has shown that in this sort of short spell, coming into a team that was struggling for form, and I think it's 7 or 8 or 9 or something. So it shows you the turnaround in performances and victories, and he's been outstanding. I think everyone's really enjoying working with him.
Callum, that was another fine performance from yourself. If Steve Clark was to ask you to reconsider your international retirement, would that be something you'd fancy?
To be honest, it's not something I've thought of. Obviously the guy's done amazing to qualify at the last international break. A lot of good teammates and good friends in there, so I was so happy for them. And for me, I just want to concentrate on the job I've got here. I don't want to get drawn into anything like that. I've got a big job here. Change of manager soon probably, so I'll just keep trying to play well and help the team, and then whatever will be.
Callum, is it having any effect on the team that you don't know the managerial situation is in? Like, you think it might be this game just gets knocked back, or are you managing to just put it to one side and focus on the football?
Yeah, I think it's so busy at the minute. We've got 2-day recoveries, playing the next day, and like I said, the team are in good form. They're in good momentum. So ultimately, as a football player, you just want to get back on the pitch, regardless of the sort of manager situation. Like I said, the guys have come in, have done amazing, stabilised the place, gave the players big energy. So the players have responded, and like I said before, if you win games, always good. So the players are enjoying it at the minute, and like I said, we'll just keep playing until we're told otherwise.
It looks like a good later week now, but first 3 games for the new manager might be Hearts, Roma, and a cup final. How the heck does anyone cope with that stuff?
But that's Celtic for you, innit? So every week's a big week. Doesn't matter when you come in, start of the season, play 60 odd games, you have to win them all, and that is the pressure of this club. So anytime you fall below that, then you get criticised. So the guys have been here for a number of years. We know that. We know the level. So you have to win. That is the demand, and whenever the manager's first game is, he'll be under pressure to win as well. So the players will have to step up again and help the new manager and the guys settle in when they come in, and hopefully we can all continue to win games and keep pushing the club forward.
Do you see part of your job, Callum, to make sure it doesn't affect the players? It doesn't look like it is.
No, I think obviously our job in the building is to keep everyone level-headed, keep them calm when you're winning games. It's the same when you're losing games, you don't get too low. So it's pretty easy at the minute where everyone's confidence is flying high, and the turnaround to the games is so quick that you barely get a chance to breathe. So you're straight back in. Like I said there, the demand to win the next game doesn't matter if you've won during the week. The demand is to come here and win, and we'll manage to do that. So we'll enjoy it tonight. We'll start recovering again, and the same happens on Wednesday.
The last time we were through here, you left 8 points behind Hearts, and now you've really closed the gap, the game in hand as well. How much better do you feel about the situation, the way the team's playing?
Yeah, ultimately the performances and the results have picked up since then. But it was really early on, we had so much football to be played. I think I said that day as well. We're only 9 games in, we're now only 13 games in, so there's still a lot of football, still a lot can go right, can go wrong. So we just have to stay on the track, we keep looking at ourselves, we keep trying to improve, and every time we get a chance to play a game, can we win?
Ask you about Alan Engels. He's had a bit of criticism of Celtic career, but he's starting to
partner in that with a really great player and a crack goal.
Yeah, brilliant. Listen, I love Anna. He's some player for a kid. I think he's maybe 22 now, just 21 when he came in, big price tag last year. And maybe people unfairly judge him based on the price tag, but I think he's a tremendous player who plays with big heart and big energy, and will always get better because he has the right attitude. So that's our job, to make him continue to grow. But delighted for him today. He was outstanding again on Thursday night. So hopefully he recovers and we go again on Wednesday. Brilliant. Cheers, guys.
Martin, not quite your last game. What did you make of it?
I thought probably the game went maybe the way I thought it might do. I thought that we would lose energy in the second half, and played some great stuff in the first half. And the second goal was just the way that I think that we played against Feyenoord as well too. So some lovely moves. Maybe the third goal just before half time would have been great, the one that we hit the post with. But second half, Hibs come roaring back, got the penalty. We were in the back foot, but we dug it out, and that was the most important thing. And just to win here was great, particularly after the exertions of Thursday night, and to see it through. So we were definitely, the last 10 minutes we were probably out on our feet really, but great. So couldn't obviously be more pleased with the team. They've shown some resilience as well as being able to play some decent football, well, more than decent.
How do you handle this situation where suddenly you find out you're in charge for another game?
Yeah, that was a wee bit strange, I must admit, So had a joke up there with the people saying about whatever's happening to the paperwork. I have no idea. Maybe I'm hiding it, but yeah, just, and if it's you must be bored asking me about the question. So it was a strange thing because I only found out yesterday. I genuinely thought this was my last game.
Your legacy is intact from what had gone before, but
I'm not, Peter, I've said this to you before, the legacy does not worry me a jot. What worried me was coming and failing, really failing, like everything, and that could have happened. So players, backroom staff have been terrific for me, and I know I've said this before, but it's worth repeating. If you're talking about legacies, John Steen, the rest of us will just follow on.
But does it please you though that there's that fear of failure? It must please you personally.
Of course, and I'm delighted. I'm delighted to have got the opportunity. Did I think about it at the time? Yeah, I did that. You're concerned about coming back. You haven't been properly in the game for some time. You haven't thought like a manager. You haven't done any of those particular things for some years. And of course, yeah. And the general view is today that it's a young man's game, and that managers who might have some experience would maybe consider themselves, old-fashioned in many aspects. But I was blessed coming in here with young men that I managed, believe it or not, who've all become excellent coaches. They've been great to me, and they've been great for me. So I can't ask for any more. And the players' response has been, it's been terrific, really, really terrific. Particularly if you think about the Feyenoord game. But this, to me, this game was more important.
The longer you do the job, Martin, there's not part of you that thinks about wanting to stay on. Although that may not be a possibility, but in your head, is that not something you...
I think, in fairness to the new manager coming in, I think the board have made a decision on that there, and I think only fair to him to come in now, get in, and get his feet under the table, look at the side, because he's got some really great games to look forward to coming up, and nothing will be easy, of course. Nothing is, but it'll be an exciting team, and he'll take over a side that's actually, I think, brimming might be too strong a word, but they certainly have got loads of self-confidence about themselves now.
Is it just a red tape issue? Is that your understanding of the hold-up?
Yeah.
In your head is Wednesday definitely then?
I would, in my mind, absolutely. In my mind at 8 o'clock yesterday morning, it was also, this will be my last game, and So.
Has it given you a new lease of life, Martin?
Well, it certainly has. It certainly has given me
a point of saying you were
no,
73,
just
but
working with young people, with the odd exception at the training ground, working with young people has definitely invigorated me or reinvigorated me. No question about it. And just to be around footballers again and seeing what the young player thinks about the game now. I think those things. I've learned a lot. Learned a lot in the last what is it, 6 weeks or whatever the case may be. Genuinely have learned a lot about players, about young players, what they think, how they approach games, and just a bit of guidance along the way, which I think when I've had it.
Martin,
Yeah,
is there a
so
positive
the
about
manager
you?
getting his feet under the table and assessing the place, but the new manager's first 3 games could be Hearts, Roma, a cup final. Is there no case now to just say, just take your time, go and find a nice house and sit tight till after Hampden?
Are you joining the Celtic board? Are you? Right. Yeah. So those games are games to look forward to, I must admit. And yeah, but I'm sure I mean, I've not spoken to the man, but I'm quite sure he would want to get in here as soon as possible. You know, to get going, and at least on the back of good results, and the team now starting to play with a sort of confidence that has, you know, pervaded this football club for some time.
Martin, just to clear up one thing, at no stage did Dermot ever say to you, would you think about it?
About what?
The job?
No, absolutely not. No, he didn't. No. It's neither in here too. Yes, no.
Is there perhaps a tinge of disappointment that you'll not be the one in charge for the final?
No, I don't.
One more
really.
trophy?
Do you know what? When I'm out of here and the final takes place, and yeah, I might think about that. Not at the minute, I don't really. And this is my job. My job is just to go in and you know, get things reorganised, for want of a better word, and go out the minute that they say. So yeah, that's the way it is. And you know, but in all of this, you know, we've been Rangers.
Absolutely.
That is massive.
I'm sure that's thank you.
Sorry,
Martin, if you're to assess your job, you're talking there about you're just coming in to do your job.
Yeah.
When you agreed to take it, Celtic were 8 points behind Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Now 2 points behind with a game in hand.
Mm-hmm.
How do you assess the job then? I mean, you know, you entirely closed the gap.
Well, that yes, we have, and I am genuinely delighted with it. Really. We got a lesson in Michelin, you know, absolutely. But you know that whether we were capable of playing European football to that level, I think they're a very good side. As I said to you, I'd seen them a couple of weeks earlier when they hammered Nottingham Forest, and then we got a bit of pride back for what it been, you know, in the performance and the result in Feyenoord, and that definitely gave us a boost today, because I knew that we would get really tired in the last 20 odd minutes of the game, and then with the Hibs scoring so soon after half time, we were definitely in the back foot, but we saw it through, and maybe that's what probably pleased me most about today.
Who gave you the call, Martin, to say you were staying on for a few days longer?
Pardon?
Who gave you the phone call?
My wife. No, I'm not joking. Oh lads, honestly, just take my crap humour and just burn it, for God's sake. Burn it. I think I missed a message from Michael, and it was Sean who told me, you know, so that's Sean Maloney told me, you know, and I said to him, does that mean I have to work with you again for another week? He wasn't happy with that. You know. But he has done great, and so honestly, so I've, as I said to you, worth repeating. Couldn't have done this year. I had the backroom staff, a lot of them there, have been great to me and for me.
Martin, you've spoken about how much you've enjoyed your time here. Can we expect any management role elsewhere after the tenure?
That's a good question, right. I'll think about it. All right. No, sorry. Other people have to think about it for you, but yeah. So, but as I said to you, a reinvigoration as much as anything else. Pleased with that there, and yeah. So, and I can look forward to Christmas. I think. You know, so, you know, good point. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Positive. We're
were on the front foot, and then obviously lose the goal from a mistake, and you know, we're still trying to do the right things, but the quality Celtic have got, obviously they take their chances, and we didn't quite take ours today, so yeah, but we've got a big game next week and we're all looking forward to that.
Did you have to pick your goalkeeper up? Was he down?
No, he's obviously he's a competent guy. He's trying to do the right thing, and yeah, I think Mcgregor slips a wee bit as well, so that doesn't help. But no, he was trying to do the right thing, and you know, if we keep doing the right things, eventually the results will go on.
What lessons do you learn as an individual and as a collective when you come up against a team like Celtic?
Yeah, obviously you can't give up a goal right after another. You know, after a goal, you can't give up 2 goals in the space that we did, because that just gives you a mountain to climb. Even though, you know, I thought we'd done all right, we got back into the game. It's very difficult to get, you know, anything out of the game if you give up 2 goals as quickly as we did.
I mean, Neill coming back today, I mean, as a group, how good is it to sort of see him sort of captain back?
Yeah, brilliant to see him back. Obviously he's been working really hard in training and that, so yeah, it's really good, and you know, he's a big part of this team.
From your perspective, having not played with him coming into the club, what has he been like off the pitch?
Even though he's not been playing, he's still a big voice, and you know, in the changing room, or he's obviously the captain, so yeah, just to see him back on the pitch is really good, and you know, he'll be a big boost for us.
What have the last 2 results been in terms of trying to build a bit of momentum?
Yeah, it's been hard, but I think that's football. You're not going to be winning every week, so the last 2 results haven't been great, but we've got a big game next week, and you know, we need to look at that and you know, try and take all 3 points.
Thank you.
Cheers.